just listen quickly. Thank you. Okay. So y'all listen quickly. Okay. Our number one guy who just finished a demo, drove up here to come speak and share the goods with y'all. Can we give it up for Mr. Kadeem Samuel?
Alrighty. What's the big deal? Oh, wow. Cool. Raise your hands if you're between 10 and 20K. All right. 20, 30.
Can y'all hear in the computer? You might want to speak up so they can hear.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we're good. We can hear you.
Okay. Let me know. Say, hey, I can't hear you, so I can speak louder, okay?
So we heard you when you're speaking towards the camera. When you spoke away, it was a little bit difficult.
That's why I brought this in.
And Lucas here, remove that computer.
It's like I knew or something.
Like maybe hold it in your mouth.
All right, I got you guys. Just transfer here. How's this, guys? Can you hear me? Is this much better?
Yeah, that's all good.
Man. What? It's like I speak or something. All right, guys. 10 to 20K, raise your hands. Okay. 20 to 30. All right, and 30 to 50. Anyone over 50? All right, cool. Sweet. For the 50 and up, who has a full ulti set that they take with them on their appointments? 1, 2. Okay. Who has all the ulti pieces between 10 and 50K? 2, 3. Okay, cool. So I have the ulti pieces, so this might be nice for everyone to actually see the piece. What I'm going to do to make things easier, I'm sorry you guys can't actually experience this, but I'm going to pass around the pieces as I talk about them so you can experience what Mrs. Jones will experience. And when you actually share those tidbits of information, you know what you're saying versus just being a picture. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Now we'll show you guys the pieces because you can't actually hold them. I'm sorry. So my plan was, if you guys are in the big conference room, I would have done a, Mr. and Mrs. Jones here, and I'd have done a pitch. But don't worry about that. If I have time, no coffee. I will cover like top pieces or top tips for like flatware cookware. Can you guys open that?
Yeah.
Because it is steaming, right?
Yeah.
Might just be me, but I'm also getting pretty warm. So what I normally do is I will take customers through, if they're Cutco owners, I'll take them through what they already have, which more than likely will be a homemaker set, and I will compare that to the pieces that I'm trying to sell them so I can create a need for what they do not have. I'm sure that most of you come across a situation where you meet a Cutco owner and they're like, oh, I have everything I need. I don't need anything else. And you end up selling them like 2 or 3 knives, which are usually the Siggy pieces, and then you're kind of done. And it's really hard to upgrade them into an ulti unless you know what all the ulti pieces do and how they feel. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to run right through them. There actually is an order that I would recommend you go through them. Go through my notes. If I can do this in order for you guys. So I will start with like some pieces that make a lot of sense. This is our 4-inch paring knife, guys. A little longer than your regular paring knife. You guys can start passing that around. I start with their paring knife. No matter who Mrs. Jones is, more than likely they will use the paring knife a ton for everything. So I will share with them, hey, Mrs. Jones, you have your paring knife, right? Yeah, I love that thing. It's amazing. So we actually have a 4-inch paring knife, a little longer than what you currently have. And the reason we actually have a 4-inch paring knife is it's great for going through your baseball-sized fruit. You actually cut through the apple versus cutting around it. You ever struggle trying to cut an apple, a peach, or a mango? Yeah, I always cut halfway. Well, that's what the 4-inch paring knife is for. You guys hear all that? I know I'm speaking fast, so I apologize. It's just how I speak. Where's my foreign parent? Listen, don't steal my shit, man. Okay. So the next piece I will go through and just pass it back this way. And then if you can just let that right say, that'd be great. All right, so then I do the petite carver next. Right? In almost every set we sell, yes, for every set we sell, every block set that we sell, almost every set, there is a petite carver in it. So it doesn't matter if she has a studio, essentials +5, an all knife set, she will accept the gourmet prep. Aside of that one, all of them have petite carvers. So that will be the next piece I will talk about. Right. So most people have petite carver, and it's like their watermelon knife. It's their big knife that cuts all the big stuff. Where is my 4-inch paring knife? Thank you. It is crushing my soul that you're holding. Thank you so much. Order. So it's gonna go this way, and then you pass it back up. That'd be great. So decarver, right? So they talk about those pieces, so that's awesome. You probably use it for everything, right, Mrs. Jones? But that's why we actually have a hardy slicer. What we find is that this is actually better, easier. I'll let you guys type it and I'll pass it around. It's great for going through pineapple. You got to go through thicker slabs of meat like a London broil, blank, or tri-tip steaks. It's actually one of our favorite pieces to have because it's a thicker, more robust piece. Think of like a utility cleaver. All right. I hope you guys notice I kind of bounce back between ulti piece, siggy piece. Ulti piece, siggy piece. Right? I don't want to do all the siggy pieces in a row and have her be sold on those pieces and then not have her sold on why she needs the ulti pieces. Because if I do that in that order, she's only going to hear what I just said. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? You guys want to hold this?
No.
Oh, okay.
Already had it.
Oh, damn.
Oh, sure.
Thank you. Thank you for your excitement.
So
We now know who doesn't like ulti pieces.
hey,
No, so that the reason you want to have some of these pieces, if you feel the weight and give them to Mrs. Jones, she'll feel like, oh, I know I can do damage with this. And she does mean that by every.
What would you use it for again? The hardy slicer?
So I use it for pineapple, thicker slabs of meat, like a London broil, blank. You don't need that finger. Or tri-tip steak.
even like frozen meat, like frozen liver.
No,
Really?
nope.
Really?
I will tell you why.
Tell me.
Maybe you should.
It's like a whole process
Okay.
that I have. It's a whole process I have. The reason I don't say that one, just to answer your question, you want to create a need for the other pieces. So if you take all the favorite stuff you do and stuff it in your Siggy pieces, guess what you're only selling?
Siggy.
Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
You can tell I haven't sold an ulti.
It's not your fault. It's my fault for not teaching you, but I'm here now. So we're gonna fix that. Okay, so next piece. Where is it? We're gonna talk about her favorite knife, which is no. What's her favorite knife? We were talking about paring knife, so trimmer, right? Again, you love that for everything, Mr. Jones. She goes, yeah. But the issue that I run across with that one, when I try to do my raw meat preparation, because of the teeth, gets caught on all your raw meat preparation. So it's almost like you need something that's of a similar length, but a full straight edge, like a boning knife. I call it the raw meat prep knife. Right? This is great for raw meat prep, meat off the bone, fat off the meats, great for chicken cutlets, trimming, deboning, and butterfly chicken. All right? Anybody want to see it?
Wait, this is in comparison, saying like your petite
trimmer.
carver. Oh, trimmer.
So petite carver is in comparison to the hardy slicer. Trimmer is in comparison to the boning knife. What I'm doing is I'm pulling out pieces she already has, not saying anything bad about them, but like pointing out some things that could be better based on what you use them for, based on what you have. Here's something that actually fixes that problem. Anyone hold this one?
Yeah.
Oh, she got excited. That was quick. Be careful with that one. She got real excited. Does that make sense, guys? You guys still hearing me?
Wait, you said the hardest edge was in comparison to what, sorry?
And then what is the boning knife used for? Mainly? One more time for me.
Okay.
Oh, writing it down, writing it
Oh
down.
no, that's fine, because I should, Well, what's your name?
Parker.
All right, Parker, that's cool. You got a name out of him. So great. All right, so raw meat prep knife is what I call it. Right? It's great for raw meats, meat off the bone, fat the meats, great for trimming, deboning, and butterfly and chicken.
I like the way they're holding these knives.
Listen, you're on your own because you have all the pieces, so you're good. Does anyone have any questions about that one?
So what is the issue that you bring up with the trimmer again?
So the trimmer is when I try to do raw meat prep, the teeth actually get caught when I work through raw meat.
Okay.
If you ever try to use a trimmer to cut like raw meat preparation, it gets caught. Like the teeth literally makes a jagged motion, and that causes drag that doesn't allow you to make it a clean cut. So you'd want something that has a full straight edge, but to almost around the same length. The trimmer has about a 5-inch blade, and the boning knife has about a 6-inch blade. So it's about the same length, but it's a full straight edge, and it will understand the need for why you need both. But it's a piece they use so much that this is now something they would like to have as well. And guess what this piece is for? It's in the Ulti. So,
Thank you.
okay. It makes sense, guys? Cool. All right, so then the next piece I'm going to compare with is going to be, sorry.
Bread knife.
Wrong.
Slicer. Oh, that's the salmon.
Thank you. Huh? Oh. I don't know if you guys have ever seen a salmon knife. I'll do a little demonstration for you guys because this is important. So the way I do this comparison is I bring up her bread knife. So good job. Because it looks very similar. Right? So she goes, oh, I have one of these. I said, no, you don't. It has no teeth on it. She goes, oh, I didn't see that. And I'm like, yeah. So this one's good for watermelon, cantaloupe, and honeydew. I love using it for that because it's very flexible. And I show them how flexible it is. And I'm like, what? So yeah, I can quarter my watermelon, bend the blade, and I separate the fruit from the rind. That's cool. I also use it for doing salmon, taking the skin, and I usually have a table, and I'll press it flat, taking the skin. Or if I'm doing fat piece of chicken, and I gotta open them up to make chicken cutlets. This is long enough to do that. See the flexibility here, guys? What's up?
Can you do that motion that you did about flexibility and then around?
I got you. I think you wasn't gonna miss it. So I had a demo man for you guys. Good job, Phil. So I would say I quarter the watermelon, I bend the blade, and I separate the fruit from the rind. Got it? You guys want to see this one?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's very excited. I'm gonna go this way first. We're gonna pass it around safely.
I cut myself with that one. My other demo.
A lot of people do cut themselves with that. I also would let her know that it's really sharp.
Yeah. It's hard to see where the edges are.
So I point out the edge to her.
Uh-huh.
I say, hey, I know it doesn't seem like much, but this is where I would grab it. I would just show her how it works. All right. But once they get used to it, one of the thinnest knives that we have. Make sense? You guys saw the demo and all that? That's good? Sweet.
Yes.
Be careful. I am not liable for any cuts, bruises, damages to your body. That's nothing to do with me. Okay. Exactly, yeah. Guess you know me by now. Okay. Next piece is. Oh, no, not this one. I gotta go here next. You guys ready?
Mhm.
Ma'am, you ready?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no worries. Just, you know, you can hear everything like 4 rows away, you know. Cool. So safely bring that up this way. So next thing I talk about is her petite chef. Another fan favorite. The main reason that she'll love that knife is because it's our only chopping knife. And if you bring it to her attention, she'll be like, it is. Right? It's the truth. Now, I'm gonna bring it up twice. Okay, I'm gonna bring it up twice. But I'm gonna start with this piece on purpose. Okay. So I tell her, I'm like, have you ever seen a knife like this before? She'd be like, no, what is it for? And I'm like, it looks like a cleaver, but I like it for sweet potato, butternut squash, acorn, and spaghetti squash. All the root vegetables that are really hard to cut. You know how you use your petite chef to try and like wedge through it? And the main issue you have is on one side you're holding the handle, but the other side is a point. You don't want to slide over and stab yourself, right? Like, yeah, it's really difficult. So then you bring your hand in, but you don't have enough leverage to get through it. This has a blunt tip. I can press my hand, I can push straight down. When you bring up squash, butternut squash, acorn spaghetti squash, that's something that they use all the time or like to cut all the time and they struggle. So I would share with them what to do, especially if they're like small little people. I would tell them, hey, get your cutting board, you grab your squash, you put it in the sink. Cutting board first, sink afterwards. You grab this piece, you can press down and use your body versus worrying about the countertop. The nice thing about using this piece to go through those, you don't have to call your husband for it. And she will be very grateful for that. And once she has this piece, she will not ever not use this piece. And guess what pieces this comes in? The ultimate. Well done, guys. Well done.
Wait, let me see it.
This is called a vegetable knife.
What would you call like the part where you're pressing your hand off it? Like, is there a specific name that you can use for that, or just like
The blunt edge of that
the
one.
blunt? Oh, the blunt edge.
Yeah. So because the teacher comes to a point, she'll understand that, express that, and then the blunt edge protects you, so you can just use both hands, press down,
Right.
versus just using your arms.
Right.
This is important to express that way because a lot of them don't have a lot of strength. And that's why this is really useful, because then they're using their whole body to cut stuff and not just their hands.
Got it.
Make sense? Make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
Cool. All righty. So you guys are fingerprinting my stuff. Okay.
I am.
That's cool.
Well, now.
Now I know who you are.
Oh.
I know, man. This is really all righty. Now, this one, you guys can see that. Petite slicer. A lot of reps suck at selling this.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta agree. The reason is they don't know what the hell it's for. It's only 2 inches shorter than the regular bread knife, so why would I need this one? Right?
Yeah.
So how I sell this piece, because I'm going to be comparing it to the regular bread knife, and they're like, well, why do you have this one then? I'm like, this is my bagel knife or my sourdough bread knife. I see everyone write that down real fast. Huh? So now I have a sourdough bread knife. I've now created a need to have this piece. English muffins, bagels, loaves of bread. This is perfect for that. I don't think I need to pass it around unless you guys want to. Hold it.
And that's the slicer.
Yes, sir.
So how do you create the need for that?
So the regular bread knife is too long for everyday use.
So now my question is for that. What about the spatula spreader that can also be used for bagels?
Yeah,
So
what
I
about
know
the trimmer
in the-
too?
Not long enough.
It's with.
Not long enough.
Mm-hmm.
This is 7 3/4.
Yeah.
7 3/4.
Cutting bagel, you want the blade to be longer than the food you're cutting. Or loaf. It's like, if you're cutting a bagel and
Run out of
only
bagel.
this big on the spatula.
You have to rotate the bagel.
Yeah, 'cause I know in the manual on the spatula spreader it says you can use it on a bagel.
Agreed. However, we are now past that point, so
So-
we're trying to sell Altis.
So this is for Cutco owners. I think
Yes.
you're not understanding, like, if it's like, you would have. No. Obviously, you wouldn't be explaining.
Thank you guys. I love the entertainment. So yeah, this is for Cutco owners. So the assumption is they already have those pieces, and I'm trying to get them to understand why you would need these pieces. I'm not selling them a homemaker. I'm upgrading them or selling an Alti. Now, to make things simpler, I can do no, I won't do it today. But if I have time at the end, I can do a quick rundown of what I would do on a homemaker if I'm looking to sell an Alti. Like a quick, okay, how do I get them interested in the Alti versus the homemaker? After I share everything, it'll make sense when I cover them, because I can then condense all this information to like 3 sentences. Okay, but I'm gonna continue on. And then at the end, you guys remind me. Okay. You guys have questions so far? Someone does.
Yeah, so an objection I've gotten before is like, well, I already have the 9-inch bread slicer. Why do I need to get that one? Like, I already have that. It's still the bigger blade. Like, yeah, I can do the same thing with it.
It's okay. It's okay. You might not have heard me. So usually what I'd say is the bread knife is a little bit too long for everyday use. So having a smaller petite slicer is great for bagels, loaves of bread, or sourdough. So what happens is they get excited about the whole sourdough part. And they like the fact that it's good for loaves of bread and bagels, because that super long bread knife, when you try to cut a bagel, is just too long.
Right.
Well, after a little bit smaller, it's a little bit more functional. The same reason why I can sell you a trimmer and a petite slicer. They're similar. There's 2-inch difference in length, but you find different needs to have both. Make sense?
Yes.
All righty. So my next one. So these 4 pieces are like my ending pieces that I like to close the door with. All right. Next one's gonna be. Open that up again, because they think we just want an oven or a room. Thank you. So I'm gonna be comparing their butcher knife. What you guys call it, Mr. Nasty is what it called you guys? Okay. With this one. So this is actually true Mr. Nasty. It's like his dad. Yeah, it's like grandfather. Okay. So I'll ask them, when they use the butcher knife, do they ever find issues trying to go through like partially frozen meat, coconuts, or partially frozen spinach? And they'll say, yeah, a little bit. Now have them hold this one. This one is very important to actually have them hold. I'll let you guys hold this one so you can kind of feel the difference. I'm like, well, this one is 2 pounds of steel. Can go through a partially frozen spinach. Really good for like thicker, almost frozen meats.
Thank you.
See that?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. And I like to mention a lot of veggies, mainly because people know what a cleaver is, so they know it's for meat. But if you want to sell to vegans or vegetarians, you want to sell them this piece, because this piece sells the ultimate for them. Because they'll find that I won't need this. Why would I need the LT? This is the main piece in the LT that they would see like, no, I would never use that. So I always mention, hey, coconuts, this can go through a coconut in one stroke, partially frozen spinach, and of course it can go through bone and other thicker sides of meat. And they'll understand. But I always mention the 2 veggies first, and sometimes I don't mention any meats at all. I'll have them feel it so they know the difference. Any questions?
What if they say, no, I don't have problems cutting through, I don't cut coconut, frozen meats, whatever.
That's okay.
Just toss it.
I'll cover that objection. Because you don't need to sell every piece in the Alti to sell the Alti. Right? I mean, I can hand the objection right now. I'm like, hey, do you use every part of the vehicle that you drive? Do you use the Bluetooth? Do you use every single piece? Do you use cruise control? No, when it comes to the vehicle. the statement. Okay. So, well, that's going around. Then I don't have it with me, it's in my other roll up, but we'll imagine. So then, this would normally be petite Santoku. I have a full ulti, so I have a regular Santoku. Guys have ever seen a regular Santoku? Okay, cool. So for this particular situation, you're gonna be grabbing the petite Santoku, not the 7-inch. You're grabbing the 5-inch. I just have a full Santoku in my set.
Is it a deck kit from that?
That's okay. I think you guys understand.
Yeah. The ult comes with that, but the
ulti
signature
comes
with the
correct.
file.
Correct.
Yeah.
I have a reason for doing that way. So to explain my reasoning for why I'm bringing out the 5-inch and not the 7-inch is I need to also make sure I give her the opportunity to drop down. So if I show her the 5-inch, I can still sell a full ulti. You'll just have a 5-inch versus a 7. But if I have to drop down, she's probably gonna pick the 5-inch. And more than likely I can still do a Siggy upgrade. Make sense?
Yeah.
But if she buys a complete ulti, it won't matter what piece she has because she's not buying it for the pieces. Okay. So 5-inch, you're comparing this back to the petite chef. And I'll say, hey, do you ever find like your petite chef is too long? You do everyday chopping like celery, carrots, and onions, you have way too much knife to work with. Well, the 5-inch is perfect because it's half the size and half the weight. And I have her hold the 5-inch, and she'll feel the weight difference between her petite chef and the 5-inch Santoku. Because I know it's a 7-inch. 5-inch. We're talking about. I'm gonna confirm because you gave me the face like that don't look like a 5-inch kitty. You guys want to hold some?
Okay, so again, how would you compare it to the petite chef?
Like the way you would use it for.
Yeah, well, how?
So it's half the size, half the weight. It's great for everyday chopping like celery, carrots, and onions.
So the 5-inch is what? It's a lot lighter too.
Any questions about that one?
Flat.
Okay.
You can take up to 310 because they're running behind in that other room, or y'all can just pick the freaking $4 million man's brain. Okay, depending on what we're doing with timing. So we're doing great. The other room, bad. Okay, us, excellent. Okay, that's why our over time is so right. Okay,
And this is
So the 5-inch is lighter than that.
That's a 7.
That's a 7.
so
Thank you. Thank you.
these are great products.
It's so nice.
I want everything.
Okay. So this one I shouldn't have to be able. I don't think I have to share how to sell this one.
It sells itself.
You guys, does everyone know how to sell this one?
Yes.
Okay. So
Upgrade is
no. But you want me to say what I would say
Yes.
for it? Yeah. Okay. He's so nice. So what I'm comparing this to is a spatula spreader, actually. Yeah. Like, yes. So everyone actually loves the spreader. Who owns Cutco, they love the spreader. This looks weird to have. And I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm like kind of like locking down on the pieces that she probably would get a lot of love and use out of. But I gotta sell the others first before I end with those. Okay. Thank you. So I said, Mrs. Jones, do you see the holes in the blade? She goes, yeah, what's that for? So this is to make sure that food doesn't stick to the blade. The holes release the suction, allows you to glide through all the food you're cutting, so it makes it super easy to cut through anything wet, sticky, starchy, or soft, like potatoes, avocados, peaches, pears, mangoes, or even blocks of cheese. So I call this our utility knife. I do not call it a cheese knife. Because if they don't eat cheese, they don't find a need for the knife.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Burgers on it today. Awesome. Yeah, so it's very easy to sell, but that's why I sell it. But that's all why I end with this one. Now, if you guys are still cutting leather at this point, what I normally will have her cut with is our steak knife. She cuts leather with the steak knife, she'll want the steak knife over her table knives. I don't have to sell the reason for why she wants the steak knife, because when she cuts it, I'm like, twice as big, better one, restaurant style, actually made for the dinner table. Yes, sir.
Actually,
You had,
this is for selling table knives. How do you get around the idea that the table knives don't have rivets and they don't have the full table stuff?
I sell her steak knives, I don't worry about such things.
Okay, good. That makes sense. I'll do that.
Sweet. Any questions?
Yeah, do you bring an Alti block or so crazy?
I bring a book. I can sell that with them ever not even touching it.
No, I mean,
This
like,
is for you guys.
you
I
don't-
never
You don't
bring-
bring on Silco?
I don't bring anything. I literally just have a blue book and I will.
And I don't recommend any of them to do that.
Please don't.
I have very descriptive language. So as you can tell, I was able to express things and they could see what I mean without me actually having to give it to them. I've done this for a while. If needed, sure.
So what he's asking is, the other way to ask that question is, if you were them, right, would you bring your ultimate block?
I'll definitely bring my Ulti roll up. Block is huge.
Yeah, I've had Colin said same thing, leave the block and bring the roll up.
The other reason that you want to bring the roll up and not the block is the block can sometimes take them from not buying it
Like,
because they think it's too big.
Yeah.
So if I just bring the roll up and explain why the pieces work, and they assume it has to go somewhere, when everything comes, they're not going to return it because you can't put everything. You don't know where to put all the pieces.
So let's talk about that. So with the roll-ups, right, what is it, like 15 or 20 bucks for the homemaker?
2187.
Mhm.
2187 for the rollers.
Alright, so maybe things I'd write down, right? Cause I mean, we're going into war on freaking Monday, it starts with phone calls Friday, right? Okay, if you have a lot of the tools already, okay, then you probably, everyone should have a homemaker roll up at this point, okay? So it's like 21 bucks, it's nice, you showed it, right? Okay, and then they have another one for the ultimate pieces that are, not the homemaker, does that make sense? Okay,
What was the roll
Pause.
that we were?
Pause. Sorry.
Thank you. So super question, how long does that whole pitch take with names and uses for you, and do you pitch multi every time?
Yes to the second question. This pitch is for you guys. It's not my pitch.
With, yes, I know that.
My
but-
pitch takes like 48 seconds.
How long do you think it should take us to do that?
That pitch should take you about 8 to 10 minutes.
Okay.
Because I paused, obviously, show piece, but the talk, answer questions. But if you're running through that, that should take you like 5 minutes.
So with like literature, for example, yes, bring the pieces if we have it, but with literature, is it just like, hey, this is for this is it compared to like the trimmer, for example, and then stick a note to it?
If you're only dealing with literature, you're using the trifold, the sets for life
Yeah.
one. You're kind of pointing to them and you're just saying, oh, do you, because you're gonna have if we're doing a service call, she has her pieces.
Right.
So I'm showing her piece and comparing it to the piece that I have, that she does not have. And I'm going that way. When I actually have this, I don't care about her pieces anymore. I only want her touching the pieces that I have. I only want her touching all the OP pieces and loving all the OP pieces. Because the more she touches and loves them and sees herself using them, the better chance I have of selling this.
Right.
Because I'm not selling her 1715. I'm selling her like $2,800 for the product. Because I'm looking to get 12 steak knives, a block, and that. Not just 4 steak knives, just so you guys know. But you had a question.
It's all right. I have another question. Could you, since they're running, like, could you run?
I figured you were gonna ask that question.
It's,
Wait, for what?
My pitch.
Oh.
For
Oh, yeah,
this
yeah.
whole thing.
yeah.
Wait, what is the steak knives again? Why steak knives instead of table knives? What if I have table knives in my medium set? Already.
What's her medium set? Because I have a different definition. Like my
Oh,
medium set.
this is for a signature set only.
No. So when you say medium set, I think sticky.
Signature, yeah.
I sell
She already
stickies
has a
with
signature
steak
set.
knives.
Okay, but what if
She has table knives.
table knives?
So and I'm telling her like, hey, so for entertainment purposes, much better restaurant style knife that actually is for steak knives. The table knives are made for children and kids. It's called our baby steak knife for a reason.
How do you transition from sharpening to your kitchen?
So, two-part question. You have, I'm gonna answer his, transition, and what's your questions?
Ask if you would prefer to go into like a super fan set or go to straight to cook ground flatware if you were gonna go beyond the ultimate.
That's a quick one I can answer. Are you guys hearing all these questions? Okay, cool. So I'm gonna answer, what's your name? Priscilla's, oh, you look so different. Oh, careful back. So I'm gonna answer your question first, and then I'm gonna do the pitch, and I'm gonna do the transition. So the super fans, I'll explain what I do. Super fan set is made for people that already have the kitchen.
Okay.
In my opinion. It's much easier for me to transition and sell them cookware and flatware than it is to sell them a whole nother big knife set. When we say the complete set to them, they think they have everything. So the goal is to get them there first and then to fill out the kitchen. I need them to fall fully in love with Cutco. So I'm gonna go flatware, cookware, and try to get them to get all the pieces, you know, outdoor tool stuff like that. And then when they say, oh, I have a kitchen, like I have this and this, then I transition into a super fan set and essentially do the same process again, because that's another $4,000 option. But I don't want to transition directly into that. Who is this? Oh, hey guys.
So sorry, guys.
Gotta pause. We got some people doing some musical chairs here. Sorry about that. All right, so someone asked for my pitch. Essentially,
All the way through with those stuff.
this one. Are we doing like an ulti upgrade pitch? Oh,
He asked how you would transition.
Yeah, that's a really good question too.
Pitching.
Yeah, no.
it's the same thing because I have to do that to get to that.
But
So when I'm doing my sharpening, what I normally, well, I'll be asking questions about what they use them for. So I keep this kind of like in the back of my mind, and I will bring up, remember the question I was saying, hey, what do you use this one for?
Yeah.
And have them kind of tell me what they use it for, and I will create problems based on what they're saying.
Mhm.
Like I will start asking them with the paring knife, what do you use this for? La, 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 la. Okay, do you ever find it's not long enough for like an apple? Sometimes. Okay, cool. Keep sharpening. I go through all the pieces, and I literally will have her say, yeah, I have trouble with that. Yeah, that's an issue, that's an issue, that's an issue, for all the pieces that she owns. And then when I transition into these, I don't have to ask her, oh, do you have trouble with this? Because as I was sharpening, I was getting those answers. Then when I say, okay, cool, done sharpening. I do the entire part of the sharpening first. Sharpen the knives, what has to go back, do the paperwork, do all of that. Okay, cool. Because that is what I'm there for. I'm there to provide a service. It's nice to get the order, but service is paramount. So I want to make sure she has everything fully serviced and feels like the service was completed. Then I say, okay, cool. So now we're going to cover my goals, the guarantee, and the new stuff. That's really my transition first. We're going to cover my goals, the guarantee, and the new stuff. And she will say, okay. Why would she say no to that? And I then transition right into my goals, the guarantee, and the new stuff in that order.
Goal is just like,
Whatever so you guys have goals,
Yeah.
right? Because you're dealing with this now is a more psychological part. The reason we do goals, just so you guys know, is some people like to compete. Like your customers like to compete, not just you, but your customers like to compete. Some people care about you as a person. They're just like that type of person. Like if you're trying to climb Mount Everest, they want to help you. You're trying to pay for school, they want to help you. So whatever that is, you want to use as many of those triggers to get them like, okay, whatever I got to do to help you guys. Right? So that's why we share goals. That's why we go so hard with goals. People will buy things just because you ask them to. Then the guarantees to remind them that Cutco allows for them to take, use this system. They feel really good about it, reminds them of certain things. I use a guarantee to do the family program. Say, hey, so just so you know, you have this 15-day trial you can use. It's great for buying them as gifts. Is there any occasions coming up, like a birthday, anniversary, Christmas, that you want to start shopping for, and have her start thought jogging? You can also use that for referrals. Whoever she mentions, if she doesn't buy from, you now get that as recommendations to call them later. That's why I do guarantee next. Then I cover all the new stuff because she just told me a bunch of problems that she had. Now I'm gonna fix or give her solutions to all those problems. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So when I do my actual pitch for multi upgrades, I actually don't talk about any of the knives. It's a conceptual pitch. It's a very high level pitch. I'm really, really sorry that it's not like as simple as this one. I kind of pitched him on the idea that, hey, so I'll just tell you the pitch directly. It's really funny. It's super simple. And he would get mad at me. That's okay. So I asked him, have you ever thought about adding on to your set? Is there something specific you'd like to add to your set? I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't tell you about this program that you'd be a perfect candidate for. We have a program that's designed specifically for our past customers looking to add to their collection. It's designed to get the best pricing right away. It allows you to get a bigger block to store all of your knives, and it helps you get your old knives sharpened and refurbished. It's called the upgrade program. It's really simple. Most customers take advantage of the program because it's the best bang for your buck. It's really easy. All we do is find out what knives you have at home. Then we find out what knives you're looking to add to your collection. And we get you a discount on the new knives. We give you a discount on new knives and new block. Then we send the old block in for sharpening repair. Once the old knives come back to you, we add those in with the new knives inside the new block. So it's like having a brand new set without paying for it. That's my pitch.
4 seconds, wow.
And then they're like, yeah.
Because it's conceptual.
And then you would get into the pieces if they're like, yeah, I'd be
I don't have to.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bet.
Can I take a picture of your script that you just
I
read?
could just send it to you.
Oh,
Yeah, you send it to me.
is that all the information that you have in your notes?
Stay in my brain.
Please.
But the idea is the reason that's so high level and why I do it that way
We got 30 seconds.
is because this takes too long for me to cover. When you sit down with a customer, you have the time. They literally can't kick you out for sharpening their knives.
Yeah.
So I can take my time and go through this. The reason I want you guys to do this one first is because you guys don't even know how to sell these yet. It makes no sense for me to send you a conceptual piece of selling if you can't actually sell pieces. Let's stick to this first.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So tell me biggest takeaways from Kadim.
Really every word said.
Yeah.
Aw.
All right. Do y'all feel more comfortable? I mean, let me say this. It's one thing to hear high powered stuff. It's another thing saying I can duplicate a lot of it, right? Y'all feel like it was duplicatable where you can explain it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, because we all get that you sell a $3,000 ultimate, well, you could do half the demos versus selling a $1,700 set, and that makes the difference between a 30K push or a 15K push, right? Okay, all right, y'all grab your chairs, jump in there, wrap up speaker, and we're gonna probably go 5 minutes later. I'm just prepping you, probably will be 3:35. All right, hurry up, you guys.
Be careful, don't knock it over.
You do field training?
I do.
Can I field train with you?
Sure.
Hey,
I mean, I'm not as cool as Colin.
I don't care. You're cooler than me.
Oh, that's so nice. He came with phone ready.
I know.
It's like he gets a lot of numbers or something.
Not enough.
Don't.
No, not even. I
So.
I need to get better.
You have an extra space too, and in favor, I'll give you a service call, because I know somebody.
So
Wait, so what do you do? Is your business like?
yeah, no,
I do everything that you guys do and more.
I'll take that service call, Joe.
yeah. Also though,
That's mine.
Yes.
how do you do it? Because you're selling basically from this to, because I have the signature set right now.
Sure.
How do you go from, if they have no Cutco, basically you're just trying to sell them on Cutco, going from that homemaker set to the ultimate set? How do you, obviously you have the tools also, but how do
You
you
transition from a homie to a multi.
exactly?
Okay.
Like if
So-
their minds is set on that homie, how do you get them?
No, so if they, and you're selling them in their demo.
Yes.
Okay, cool. First thing is get the card,
Okay.
get the credit card. Right, so I have your credit card. That means whatever we're buying minimally is a homemaker. I need them sold in a homemaker first. And they're gonna buy it, then I can transition to sell them all these multi pieces. I'm not gonna jump to the ulti if they're sold a homemaker because they already bought them. I'd rather get that order than no order. So take that order and then upsell them into these pieces with the information I can share with you. Then you add those pieces on. Right? Because what you don't want is you go for these and you go for a home run and you strike out.
Yeah, that's what
You end
happens.
with a zero.
That's
Yeah.
what, that's
I'd
what.
rather
if we
take a-
follow them, if we follow them.
The manual, the script.
I'd rather take the homemaker.
The no sale. Dude, I wish I got this before because I had a client that was in between the ultimate and the signature and they got the Siggy.
That's okay.
No price. They were like, "I'm gonna
That's
use those
fine.
pieces."
You just go do a service call for them
Yeah,
and then you upgrade them.
yeah, that's fine. I'm waiting a couple more days. Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I
got this
I've
sale.
never got to do my whole pitch of like, hey, people eventually get them. People will want this, so it doesn't matter what you pick. I'm cool with whatever you guys pick. But you're probably gonna get more than likely. If it's not today, it might be next year, a couple years down the road. But most people, I get them bought in the fact that they want everything, but they may not afford everything today.
Got it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Perfect. Thank you, man.
And can I get set up for a field training with you? Is there any way?
Yes,
Yes, certainly.
I will
Yeah.
give him your number.
And then you guys text me and then check out some things.
Alright, sounds
You'll be in good shape.
Alright, thank you so much.
You're welcome, guys.
Honored to meet you.
Honestly, that was amazing.
You guys are so nice.
Your name up there?
Oh, you guys are so sweet. I know they pay you good money to say that.
What?
Does this have to go with you guys?
I honestly have no clue. I was about to go ask Ismail, but I don't
I
know.
like Trey. Trey.
That's fine. I'll do it. Just want to do it in the front. That's cool.
Does this have to travel somewhere?
You want to jump off of this one and jump back onto the original Zoom.
Got it. Okay. Bye,
Okay.
guys.
All right. See you soon. Bye.
Bye.